This is the Bear Company F10. It's a folding roll bar. Let's see, it says F10 there. Bear Company F10 ROP, rollover protection frame. So it's got massively thick plates that go on the fender mounting bolts. I'm hoping to put this on my Massey Ferguson 65. They're over an inch thick. Pretty big, massive welds there. Some kind of extra strap there. Not sure what that's about. This is the F10. F is for folding, so it you can pull that pin over and fold it over. It looks like the spacing's right, that I'll be able to use the 4 bolts, 4 on each side, 8 total. It looks well built and everything. It's a little odd. There's absolutely no instructions on it. It comes with some big old metric bolts, 10.9s, that look like about equivalent to 5/8. It also, with no instructions, well, also comes with some massive U-bolts, apparently for tractors that have a round axle. Not the case with the Massey. It also comes with these weird plates, like some kind of plate, which I have no idea what those are for, what they're used for. No instructions at all. That's kind of annoying, but I mean, I guess there's only 2 ways to put it on. One way it's going to fold forward, one way back. There is an angle to it. There's a rake to it, so I assume it rakes backwards, which would mean it folds forwards. I don't know. I'll probably look at a picture online anyway. But since I couldn't find any information online for that, there's a really, really poor quality video that shows the Bear F10. I was able to get it through my local dealer, even though when I told them it was for a Massey, they were like, we don't do any Massey parts. But once I explained that they were listed for a dealer for Bear, they were able to find it in Tennessee, get it ordered in. Shipping was pretty horrendous. I think the roll bar itself was like $660. Shipping was like $300 with tax. It's about right at $1,000 to get it here. But that's better than having a broken neck. So maybe I'll get some other video that shows it putting on or whatever. I got to order some bolts and make a plate to account for the extra spacing of the loader thickness. All right. Taking a look at the way the mounting worked out. The inner holes on the Bear F10 line up with the inner holes on the Massey. I like to put my fenders on the outside because I like to have the wheels wide for more stability with the loader. So I had to notch the plate to line up with these holes. And because the loader attaches on the axle with a 1/2 inch plate on the top and the bottom, I had to make a 1/2 inch plate over here to make that spacing the same. And then because the Bear F10 doesn't come out far enough, I could either cut it off here, which I didn't like that idea. So anyway, I just extended it out here, put a spacer welded to the plate that's about 1.2 inches thick, and that's just made up to be about 1.2 inches thick. I've got a grade 8 fine thread bolts. Factory bolts, or the bolts that came with the loader, the bolts that came with the roll bar would have been fine, but they're metric, and this is an old SAE tractor, so plus I wanted them to match. So that's what it looks like from that side. The other side is pretty much mirror image. Everything's the same. I'll get you underneath there. Underneath, about what you expect. Fender bolts have to go up from the bottom, and they go through that 3-point stabilizer pylon and up all the way up through the fender. Then the inner bolts come down from the top. They go through the Bear F10, through the loader, through the axle, through the loader again, and then nuts and washers. It came with some rubber plugs, filling some holes. I'd assume those are for some other application that this fits. It's got a little cup here that intersects with this pin when you fold it, and probably keeps it from rattling, I guess. There's a hole up there that has a plug. There's a couple extra little kind of accessory, I guess maybe from mountain lights or something. These 2 holes here, I tried to plug them, but even before I got the camera out, somehow I lost one of those plugs, so I don't expect the plug staying that long. There's a plug for this hole. I chose not to use it because if moisture, condensation, rain, or whatever gets in there, I want it to be able to exit. I don't want this bar to be all full of water rusting away. And then there's kind of the mystery of all the extra parts. There's U-bolts, which, okay, that's for a different type of axle. There's the 4 original metrics bolts I chose not to use. There's the 2 plugs I chose not to use. I don't know what these little are for. And then this bracket fit on those bolts there. But it didn't come with any bolts, and I have no idea what that would be for. It almost looks like a number plate, but to me it's facing the wrong way. And then there's these 2 big red plates. They don't line up with any holes. They don't line up with the bracket. I don't know what the world they're about. Maybe there's something in a different country that I don't know. I don't see where they would. These are the old I took out, hold the loader in. So anyway, I kind of like to look at it. It makes the tractor look more modern, even though that's not the idea. I've got a slow motion vehicle sign that I'll see if that up there somewhere won't bang my head and won't get in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this thing down. There's to fold it down, you take out that keeper and pin on both sides, and it folds back. So there it is folded. I tried to get these bolts on the top kind of about the right tension so it wouldn't just completely cream you if you let go of it and your head was in the way. But so it's got this little suction cuppy thing here that kind of grabs it. But you know, if you let go of it, it's gonna whack. So unfortunately, I will be folding and unfolding a lot because the doors on this old barn I store it in aren't tall enough to get in there with it up all the way. But hashtag first world problems. All right, so that's it. That's the install, and taking a look at the ROPS Bear F10. So here's the sticker on here. I don't recognize any of those symbols, so I assume that they're some kind of a Australian or European safety standard. There's the label, serial number and whatnot, ISO, and some warnings. Okay, thanks for watching.